This is the explanation video for the song My Heavenly Father Loves Me. Whenever I hear the song of a bird, the first sign that I do is the sign for when, or the sign for it happened. So you have your two pointer fingers out, and when you start, your palms are kind of up, and then you go down. So it's just whenever. So you're saying that whenever it happens, when I hear, and I've seen a few different signs for here. I've seen like a whole cup like that with all your fingers, and I've also seen it just point. But I've seen it pointing more often. So whenever I hear, so when I hear, and remember, during this whole song you say I and me and my and stuff. But whenever like I'm pointing to my ear, it's implied that I'm the one that's hearing. And so, because I haven't said otherwise, so you don't have to point to yourself. Whenever I hear the song of a bird, this is a sign for song, like you're leading music kind of on your arm with your whole hand. And then this is a sign for bird. This is a fun sign. The kids usually like this sign. You just take your thumb and your pointing finger and you're like, just a little bird. It's like a little bird beak. And it kind of goes like that. So in sign language, it makes more sense to say whenever I hear a bird song. So you do the sign for bird first and then song after. And you can decipher what you want to do to simplify it for your kids. But I've taught you song and bird. And or look at the blue, blue sky. So look like that. You got, like, these are your two eyes. Where are you looking? I'm looking right there. And you actually look there as well. So that's the sign for look. And what are we looking at? We're looking at the sky. And blue can be done a few different ways. You do a B, and then you go blue. So the back is facing everyone at the beginning, and then you just go blue. So since you're doing blue twice, you could go blue, blue. You do that twice. Or you can go blue, blue, which I like. I don't know why I like it, but I like using both hands. So you can do whatever your preference is. But they both mean blue, blue. And then sky can be done a couple of different ways. But make sure that the back of your hand is out. And you can go sky. You can also kind of go sky. They kind of do like here's the sky, the line. I like sky like that. Don't do this palms out because that's more like bright or light, or it can mean a few things. So this is the sky. Blue, blue sky. And the next line is whenever, again, I feel. So your middle finger, remember, all your other fingers are up as well. It's not just your middle finger, it's all of them. But the middle finger, what kind of brushes up against your chest like that. Whenever I feel, it's like where your feelings, they're inside of you. So when I feel, and again, since you're saying, because you're doing when I feel, you're implying that it's you feeling because you don't say otherwise. So you don't have to point to yourself for I. Feel the rain. Now, this is rain. And make sure your fingers are like this, rain. If they're like this, it's snow. It's like snow. So if they're kind of like this, then it's rain. And so you can do rain, like on your face, like this. You can do that. Rain on your face. And I kind of like rain, but I like to go like this, face, like little droplets. So it's not like pouring rain on your face, because I don't think that's what the song is talking about. I think they're talking about like the little tiny like raindrops, little bit, where you can tell that each individual raindrop is on your face. So you can be creative with that, whatever you think your kids would like to learn, whatever signs would work well with them. But it's the rain I'm feeling on my face. And, or the wind as it rushes by. So my face, and then you've got the wind. The wind is fun. Little kids love doing the wind. And then the wind does something. It rushes by you. So it's kind of fun. You can actually like feel wind as you're like pushing the air by you. That one's a fun one. I really like this song actually with the signs. It's fun. And then, because we're all talking about five senses and physical things and stuff, so it goes really well with sign language. And then whenever I touch, middle again, touch a rose. And I don't go, I skip velvet. Rose. And this is flower. And so an R, where your fingers are crossed, is rose. And the flower is like you're smelling it, you know. So whenever I touch a rose or I walk by a lilac tree, so this one, I thought about the different lines and I noticed that they were all different senses. When you talk about hearing and feeling the rain on your face and the wind and then touching, and now you're talking about smelling. Because that's why when you walk by a lilac tree, what is it talking about? It's talking about smelling. And so to describe that line, I do smell instead of walk. So if you want to do walk, you could go like that. That's walk. Walk. Because I'm like, the meaning of the song is when I touch a rose or smell a flower tree. That's what I sign. Or smell. It's like, you're like, imagine if you had something like a little tiny bottle of something that smelled good. What would you do to smell it? You'd kind of go like that. So that's how I remember smell. And then flower, have all of your, it's like an O and then you squish it, squished O with all your fingers together. And then go like that, flower, tree. Tree is fun because you got your ground right here and you've got your trunk and then tree. Kind of do a couple little movements, little wrist twisting there, tree. So if you want to do walk by a tree, you can. It just depends on your purpose. You know, if my purpose was to teach 3-year-olds who all have never signed before, then I just do tree for that line, you know, and so simplify it for the needs of your kids. So this is flower, tree. I actually had this call in a while back in a different word, and I had a little girl who was deaf, and you know, for her, she would feel really excited and accepted and included when we would be more fluent in our ASL and stuff. And so if you wanted to do that, then I would recommend smelling a flower tree because that would make more sense in ASL. So just you decide what your children need and what is beneficial for them. So going on, I'm glad that I live in this beautiful world. This is happy. I've seen it done like, oh, I'm so happy. You're like fanning yourself. You're so happy. You use both hands and just so glad that I live. Some people use L's. I'll just do fists with thumbs up and both at the same time. You live, and this also means life. I'm glad that I live in this beautiful. So you start your chin, then you go up and around your beautiful face. Beautiful. And then world, it's kind of fun. You got 2 W's. And then, so your non-dominant hand starts below, and then your dominant hand, which is usually right, goes around. World. Then they go on top of each other at the end. So this beautiful world, Heavenly Father. Let me teach you how to sign Heavenly Father. This is the sign for Father. So your thumbs on your forehead. And because Heavenly Father, we always reference like Jesus or Heavenly Father above us, not side by side. Like I wouldn't say his or him. I would say his or him. I look up and say Heavenly Father. So this is Father and this is heaven. And in sign language, it makes more sense. It's Father in heaven. So this is heaven. So it's kind of similar to the sky. So if you do little round and then go like that. So heavenly. So our Father in heaven gave to me. That's what I'm saying. So I simplify it there quite a bit. So you can do what you feel that you need to do. So I'm glad that I live in this beautiful world our Father in heaven gave to me. And you don't have to point to yourself after because this is a directional sign. So it's implying that Heavenly Father gave to you because it's moving to you. So the next verse. This is such a pretty song. Okay. He gave me. We do that a couple times. So anytime during the song, once you reference a person in a different spot, you can reference them again in that same spot without actually signing Heavenly Father. So he, go like that, and we know you're talking about Heavenly Father again. So he, we're saying gave me, which is directional, so you actually don't have to sign he, because when signing this is he gave me, or he gives me. So he gave me my eyes. And you don't have to sign my, because since you're pointing to your own eyes, we know that it's my eyes. Eyes. And you just do that with one hand. Point to both eyes. That I can. This is can. Actually, your thumbs are here. I hope I did that in the movie. If not, put your thumbs here. Can see. So you've got two right here. Middle finger. Turn it around. Out. You don't actually touch. Please don't go like this. Go like this. So you see the difference? So you can go like this and go middle finger out. It's more natural too. I see. So this is like look. We already did that, right? I look at the blue sky. And this is I see. So they're a little different. The color, this is a fun one to teach the kids because they get to wiggle their fingers on their chin. Like, why wouldn't that be fun? That I can see the color, and this is my favorite sign in this butterfly. The kids love this. It's a butterfly. So go like this, and it looks complicated, but it's not. So go like this, and then go like this. Thumbs, you got it. See that again? It's a butterfly. Make your butterfly go. And even if you're teaching really young kids, maybe butterfly is the only, ASL sign that you teach during that line. Maybe that's really all they can handle or all they can learn, and that's great. Because it's a real language, that you're learning the vocabulary in. So it's exciting. He gave me my ears. Ears. It's easy enough. Kind of ears. That I can hear. Now the magical sound of things. I signed sound and beautiful. It's the sound that's beautiful. Because magic sound doesn't make very much sense in ASL. But you can simplify it, how you need to. So, this is sound. Sound. Let me do that again. Sound. And this is beautiful. So it's sound beautiful. And the next line is, he gave me, again, my life. So you don't have to sign mine again because you just implied that he gave me life. We've already signed that one, I think. And then my mind. That's super easy. Good point. I do sign my there. I think it's the only time I sign mine. My mind, and then I do middle fingers, draw a heart. This is a sign for heart. Gave me, and then you draw it over your heart. Heart. I've also seen it like this. And they know like this is my heart. I like this sign. They both mean the same thing. Sign, heart. I thank him reverently. And so this is thank you. Thank you. But since we're using both hands, we're coming from the chin to where Heavenly Father is. It's more of a formal way. And I feel like as you're doing it, you do it reverently, then that implies that you're thanking him reverently. Don't do it from here, because that's more like, it doesn't mean thank you. It means that you're willing. It's like you're giving yourself to him, like, I'm willing to do what you want me to do or something. So make sure you come from the chin and say thank you. I thank him reverently for all. This is the sign for all. This flat hand doesn't really move very much at all. Then the other one goes around it and then comes flat on top. It's like all the stuff that's around it, you're just getting it and bringing it on top. So all, and I simplify this quite a bit. He gave me. That's what I signed for that line. So that's what I signed. So I thank him reverently for all his creations of which I'm a part. So all he gave me. Then the last line, I signed word for word. There are some lines that you can sign word for word, and this is one I think you can. So you do yes. Remember, this is right here. Yes. Just once. Yes. I know. You see how my hand is shaped for no. Heavenly Father. I've already typed that one. Loves. Give yourself a hug, like just your hands crossed over yourself. Love me. You can sign your me like this if you want. You can also sign for me, like he loves all of me. I think that's why I like doing this, because it's like me, who I am, and everything that I am, me right now. So, but you can also do I, if that's more simple. So, yes, I know Father in heaven loves who I am and me. So, hopefully that was helpful. This is a really fun song to sign. I know I'm not supposed to have favorites, but this is probably one of my favorites to sign. I was like almost in tears when I was doing the movie. I had to do it over and over again because I don't want to cry during the movie. But I like it because it's a hands-on way where you can do all these like different senses and these physical things like wind and rain and butterfly, and so it has some fun signs. So hopefully that was helpful to you. Thanks for watching that video. Click here to subscribe to the YouTube channel, and here's a related video. Then this button over here, click it to find out more about primarychoristers.com. It's a Primary Chorister membership website. Make sure to check it out. It's awesome. We're really excited about it.